Hi everybody, it's Sam here from the Whalley Wine Shop. We are here upstairs in the Whalley Wine Shop, a place that you don't normally get to see. I'm here with Matt.
Hello.
All-seeing, all-knowing wine expert Matt Monk, and the shop manager if you don't know who he is. We are just about to do a sort of mini masterclass of German Riesling. We had a great pop-up tasting the other week and it went really well, so we've decided to sort of extend our 31 Days of German Riesling campaign and debunk a few of the myths about one of the world's most exciting but most misunderstood wine regions and grape varieties, and hopefully teach you a little bit about what you should be looking for when you find that perfect German Riesling for you. So Matt, German Riesling, obviously everyone thinks is really, really sweet normally. They see German, they see a tall bottle and they think sweet wine.
Yeah.
What is the sort of typical characteristics of a German Riesling?
There are no real typical characteristics. They go from very dry to very sweet, depending on style that you're looking for or style that the winemaker is trying to make and to convey his experience of Riesling. It's also extremely good at aging. Some of the oldest wines available are Rieslings. 1772, I think I've seen one out that hasn't been drunk yet, and they're saving it for a special occasion.
Cool. So you can get German Riesling that's very dry, all the way through to very sweet. So there really is something out there for anybody who wants to give it a go.
For anybody and for any food as well. It's a really good food match.
Alrighty, so we've got a little German Riesling here. What we've got is this one. It is the Max Friedrich Zeppelin. It's from the Mosel region, which is one of the main Riesling producing regions, I think, of the world, but mainly, especially of Germany. So what have we got here, Matt? It's slightly different.
So along the Mosel, they've got some very steep vineyards, lots of slate. They're directed towards the sun. They've got the cool air from the river. So they've got really good growing capabilities. This is at the most northern part of the growing zone for grapes. So on the nose you've got lots of fruit. It just gives you that little hint that it's not going to be bone dry. Lots of apple.
It's lovely.
And floral notes as well.
There you go.
And it's mainly on the palate where you pick up that softer, riper fruit that gives you the idea that this isn't bone dry, it's off dry. Lots of ripe peach and apricot. Really good aromas as well, and it's opening up in the glass. Really interesting wine, and definitely one to try.
I think it's important probably that we stress that off dry doesn't necessarily mean sweet. It is
Definitely
sweeter than a dry wine, but not to be put off. If you not to think sort of sickly sweet, because it isn't. It's really sort of
Definitely
fresh
not.
Still, and
there's still some acidity there, keeping the palate fresh. There's still some citrus notes, some like lime blossom, and it's sort of got a foot in both camps for either side of the fence to enjoy. And this is why we've picked Zeppelin for the shop. It's been a popular wine in the shop ever since it came in about 4 years ago.
so what for this sort of off dry is what we call it, not dry but not sweet. What would somebody have with this? What's the sort of perfect way to enjoy something like the Zeppelin?
I think something, there's always that seafood pull, as long as you avoid creamy sauces. Something that's got a lot of flavour, like salmon, maybe some mussels. But also I like a little bit of dry spice, a little bit like a tikka spice, Thai spices like that, just rubbed into some meat, and this will go really, really well with that. Barbecue food as well, definitely, yeah.
I really like this. I sometimes just have it just on its own with a little bit of sweetness. It's nice and it is refreshing, but you sort of.
And with the summer we've been having recently, this is going to be an absolute storming wine in the garden.
Fingers crossed it continues.
Yeah.
So Matt, we've tasted a Riesling. We've sort of talked about what the typical characteristics or non-typical characteristics have been. There aren't any of German Riesling. If somebody wants to come into our shop or into any shop around the country and pick up a German Riesling, they've seen this video hopefully and thought, fantastic, I want to give it a go. What are things that they should be looking out for? And if there's something that they're going for, if they're looking for something dry, for example, what should they be picking out on a German label?
This isn't an exact rule, but words like trocken on the label, that means dry, or half trocken, that gives it half dry, maybe off dry, down to Auslese, which is more of a sweeter style, but you can also tell on the back of the label on your alcohol amount, and the higher the alcohol amount, the less sugar there's likely to be, so you're picking up a drier style right away. But don't be scared of those sweet wines, because they are absolutely delicious. And if, like me, you've got a thing about cheese, it's an excellent cheese foil. Really, really good.
So, if you're looking for something dry, Trocken, Matt's telling you, is probably the word you need to be looking for. Some Rieslings, helpfully, do have on the back a sort of sweetness to dry scale, which is actually really good and really helpful, because some German, I mean here, I don't know if you can see, we've got fairly modern labels, but some German Riesling labels can be very, very sort of intimidating with lots of information. But some do have the scale on the back. If not, Trocken means dry, or look out for the alcohol content. The lower, the sweeter it tends to be. If you're stuck, just ask.
Yeah,
the person who works in your wine shop
That's
should be able to tell you those things. So, and certainly we can point out any of the ones that are in ours that you might be looking for. We've said German Riesling goes with food really, really well. It is, there's something out there for everybody across the full spectrum of what they're looking for. Why, in your opinion, Matt, should somebody give it a go? If not those reasons, why should somebody come in and say, do you know what, I've never had German Riesling, or I've only had that really sweet one that I had back in the 80s. Why should I give it a go now?
I think it's a great wine to broaden your horizon for the wine styles that you're looking for in your life. Also, Riesling is grown in lots of different countries as well, so you're picking up different styles. But the German Riesling ones, the home of Riesling, is where it's at, and they've got so many different varieties. If we can't find one for you, you know, we'll be banging our heads against the wall for that one. But there's some excellent styles of wine in there.
Alrighty, that's it. Thanks for watching our tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Don't forget that we're featuring German Riesling for the rest of the week, so if you've seen the video and there's something that you thought you might enjoy, do come down and give it a go. We'll be more than happy to talk you through bits that we discussed in the video and any more information you'd like to know. Hopefully see you this week, and keep drinking German Riesling.